Good morning, everyone. So today I have the auto ship for the Happy Mail pull tab kit. I know there's a few different hidden messages and little messages and tiny messages, all these different things from Diamond Press. They did send these items free of charge for my review, and all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items through those links. Having said that, this is part of the auto ship from HSN, so it's not something you can just pick up right now. If they bring some back to HSN or Diamond Press, I wouldn't know, but maybe. That's always a possibility. But yeah, so Diamond Press had sent this a little while back, so I've been holding on to it. I think I might have unboxed it for you guys, but today I will be trying it out. This is the part that's supposed to come out in March. I don't know the schedule. It's probably early March, so you might already have it if you're on the auto ship. So let's just open it up. So like I said, I think I might have just opened it and looked at the instructions right quick. Excuse me. But we do have the instructions. Of course, I'm going to pull out the original set because we will need that for this to work. The mechanism that is in that set. So again, you just have your card base. You're going to, a regular like A2 size card base, or maybe even a little different. You can probably play with that a little bit. But we have the card base die that we're going to cut. We're going to cut the flap, the pull tab that also has a reinforcement to it, and then the guide. So that's all very basic from like the first time around, all these instructions. And I've already done the second installment, or the first auto ship. I guess this is the second one. So we'll get to this in just a minute. So we do have our instructions, and it's really sweet. So this one is basically just based on all these little sweet treats that you can put in your little box. Basically, it looks like a box that opens up. What I do love about the auto ship too is that it does come with new dimensional adhesives that you put around there so that it works a little easier. But really great stuff. Of course, our marquee folder, the larger folder, as the piece, the basic mechanism is a bigger die, and then we have the dies. You know what I'll do? I'll open this and I'll use the back side of this to show you the stamps a little better. So this is what's going to make our little opening, it looks like, here. So you open it up, it's going to pull up, and then you have your little candies or donuts or whatever it is. And, I like those little donuts, so I think that's probably what I'll try today. But look at the little strawberries, and then a little circle. We'll talk about that in just a minute as far as the treats go. Wishing you, and then it has, oh, you know what? I'll look at this because you know how I am challenged sometimes when you go to read those. So there's that. And then our little dice. Oh, this is so sweet. So you can put this around there or this one. And how cool is that to use that on just another card, these little frames. And then all these little pieces to make your little strawberry. And I love that the strawberry has the two different pieces, so we don't have to like fussy cut and add a different color or whatever. So we have that there. A little banner, which is always great to use for so many different things on both of these. The little bow, oh my gosh, so cute. Some other little pieces here. So let's look at these. So when we cut our main card base, you have this piece here that you can decorate with, or not. You can use it or not use it, however you want. It's a happy birthday, stuff happens. Oh, that's so cute. Sweet friend. Lots of sentiments. All these different little cookies or like confection looking things or like little chocolates. I mean, there's sprinkles. This is a different type of sprinkle. Like this is more like a donut sprinkle. This is more like a cookie. Just a cookie or something with a little topping on it. Chocolate chip cookie looks like. Excuse me, a glazed kind of donut. There must be something in the air. My allergies are acting up. Sweet wishes to one smart cookie. You're the sweetest. What I would do without you. Cupcake. Be happy. And there's lots of different cute stuff. We have the pull tab, of course. Some other little decorations that can be a cookie or however you want to do that. So cute. Cupcake kind of day. And so the reason I kind of went over those quickly is because we have it here basically. So we have wishing you, the sweetest birthday, a cupcake kind of day. Do not worry, be happy. I do not know. Again, with like what I would do without you. Wishing you, thank you. And then of course you can pair it up in lots of different ways. So I'm going to grab the main mechanism, grab some papers, and we will get started. Okay, so I have a few things here. Let's put this in order. I grabbed some of the papers from Tonic Studios' new Sweet Sorbet because why not? That seems like it goes really well with this set here. So I have some sugar lilac here. I'm going to cut my card base from this. So I'll run this through. I'm just going to put that little piece of tape that's on there from the last time I used this, run that through. I have a card base here, standard A2 size, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. There's our card base. I grabbed some of the paper. Oh, that one's sweet, but you're barely going to see very little of this, so you don't have to layer up your paper, but I wanted to. So this is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and of course I'll just glue that down. I'll glue it down right now. And this is how I was keeping my Happy Mail stuff. I put Happy Mail OG, meaning original, meaning, I guess, original gangster, but that's okay. So the original one. And then we have Hello Friend, Autoship, and then I'll do the same thing for the next one. Of course, I'll take them off those carrier sheets in due time here, but I just keep them on there for now. Let's see here. And we're going to put this on here. And so that's my card base ready to go. Again, I will run this through here through the marquee, and then I have the pieces, again, from the original set that we need to cut out. And I just have some white paper I'll do that with. Some sturdy white paper. Again, these are scraps paper I have. Look, that fits perfectly on there. We need one of those. And one of this guy and one of this guy. Okay, so I'll run all those through and I'll be right back. And there we go. I just want to show you, I cut this with, you know, a well-loved folder. So it cuts great. And looks good. One thing I want to do before we start moving on, though, is go ahead and stamp on this. That big stamp that we have here. Let me grab my stamp set. Here it is. This big boy. So cute. And I'm probably just going to do color or tone on tone, which is something I like to do. So I'm probably going to grab a deeper purple color and get that on here. Let me grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, we'll give this a little stampy stamp. So this is kind of a big guy. I'm just going to put him down, let him do his thing. Just see if he's nice and straight. And I'm going to use this big stamp position just to pick him up. And as you can see, it has a space here, so that's obviously the one that goes right down this area. I'm just trying to see where I want to put him. He's going to go right about there. And I'm just going to take this crushed velvet. Trying to get it everywhere, but it's gonna happen. There we go. And we'll just add a little something to our card base. Again, I'm looking through and I'm just kind of eyeballing where I end up putting that. Looks pretty good. I missed this bottom corner, but guess what? We can decorate that, so I'm okay with it. All right, let me see. I need to go wash this off, and I'll be right back. So I'm gonna put that to the side for now. And we have these guys. So basically, we've already done step 2, which is, you know, 1 and 2 with the card base, and then we have all our pieces cut. That is the main assembly. So we're just gonna glue these guys together, just like in the original. And I like to glue them wrong side to wrong side. That way they both look nice on both sides. But, you know, however you want to do that. And what I mean by wrong side, if you're kind of new to crafting, when you have a die and it pushes into your paper on the opposite side of where your die pushed in, it looks a little more blunt, the cut does, and that's the wrong side. Or the raw edge, or however you want to call it. But we're going to put this on here. That's basically step 3. And step 4 is just to apply our bracket, which is this piece here. Just a little reinforcement we're going to put here. Now, you only glue this one here and here, just on the very sides. And line that up there. And I like to give it a good look on the other side just to make sure it's not showing too much, but you can also cut it from the same color paper that your card base is. That way you don't even have to look at that. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up before I insert this portion and go on to step 5. So we're gonna have this, it's still turning on the back side, and then we have this piece, right? We have the piece that we added on. This portion is going to be showing on the right side because this is gonna hold on to your little flap. So just so you, when you look at it that way, you know that. So what I'm going to do is on this side, the side that doesn't have the, you know, the extra piece, I'm going to go ahead and stamp right now the word, or the little arrow think we have an arrow this time. Of course, you can mix and match with everything that you've had in the past kits, which we have, I think, the word pull. We might have another arrow, I don't recall, but I'm just going to take this. And yeah, you can definitely mix and match sentiments and all that stuff. Little decorations, however you want to do it. So I'm just putting a little arrow there. Cute. Okay, so on this step, which is step 5, we're just going to fold the score line. So again, this is the right side. This is the side that's going to be facing on the outside of your card. So let's turn it over and just score on all the score lines. And there's score lines here on this tab. There's score line right across this top part. Okay. So just have everything scored and ready. So I like to score it a few different ways, but okay. So we're going to fold these guys in. And we're going to bring this guy over. Again, he's still facing down. We're going to come in from behind here. On top of here. And I suppose I could have put glue on this little piece here, but I didn't. So that's fine. And then in through this little opening. Just making sure it's kind of opened up there for me. Okay, and we're going to push all the way through until these little tabs come through. We also want them to be on this side. Here we go. Okay. We want these guys to come through to the back side. And then open it up because we need those guys to hold this from falling out basically whenever we pull on those. And that's it. So basically the mechanism is something like this, see? And it works. So that's really great. All right. So we can put this to the side. Now, that was step 5. Step 6 says to cut a box border. Of course, we have a couple box borders. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to probably cut them from white paper. Am I? You know, maybe I'll cut them from the blue paper just to bring that blue back. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So these are the first dies from this set that we'll be using. So we need this guy and we need 2 of this. This is the little flap that opens up to show your treats. So I'm going to cut this one out, I think in white. So I'll cut both of them out of white paper. Yes. And then I'll cut this frame out of blue paper. And I really like this little frame here. So I'm going to use this one with a little extra girly touch to it with the little ruffle here. So I'll cut this one with my blue paper and I'll be right back. Okay guys, we have our little pieces here. We are going to glue these, you know, back to back on the tab, but just in just a minute. And we have these extra pieces here that came away from getting this little cutie. All right, so I want to say step 7 tells you to go ahead and turn the card base over. Obviously, we were working on the back side earlier. And to go ahead and close it up, like push the tab all the way in. And that will give you a good idea of where to put your little frame. And it says to go ahead and adhere your frame. Now, you do not want to glue, obviously, the mechanism area. So just keep an eye out for that. And I suppose if you wanted to put those 2, you can do those however you find it more comfortable. For now, I'm following the instructions. And we're going to put this on here. I'm putting it right on the edge of that line, you know. Trying to see what's going on here. And, you know, it's funny, I was trying to look at left and right. Of course, you want to put it, you know, as centered as you can, but it doesn't really matter because you're the one that's going to add the flaps. So if it's a little bit over this way, well, then add them a little bit over that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to work out because you're the one that's going to take care of that part. Okay. And now we're going to glue this. I'm going to put the glue on the flap just so I know exactly that we're there. Right side and the nice side facing up here. Place that right in there. So cute. So cute already. Giving it a little space. I'm just kind of centering it within this. Making sure we're not gluing anything down. Alright, and that is step 7. And step 8 is basically just to finish it up. So you're going to open this up. This is wet glue, so I want to be careful with this. And I'm going to add this flap again, the right side facing, because you want it to look nice. Of course, I said that and I put the glue on the opposite side. Hold on. All right. Wipe that away. You know what? I want to make sure the glue is really on this edge. Okay. And we're just going to line these up together. I'm going to let this set up because in step... yeah. You know, it's funny. I went from step 7 to this next one, which is step 11, which it works out very easily, but it's actually step 8 is when we put the back on it. So there it is. And now we're on step 9. It says turn the card base over, apply the foam dots, and adhere it to your card base. And then, you know, you cut and stamp all your cute little decorations that'll go inside and finish it up basically there. So cute. Okay, let me let this set up really nice and well before I stick it down. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're ready. It says to go ahead and close it up. So close it up. I'm going to turn it over just like it says on step 9 and add our adhesive on the back. And I need my card base too, so I'll grab both of those. And I just place the glue dots, dimensional adhesives, just like they show in the picture, just so that, you know, I know it has good clearance and all that. So basically 3, like a little triangle here. And I would just kind of pinch them off like this. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's the easiest for me. Usually when you do that, the back kind of wants to pop off too, so that's always good. So we have that. And then there's one up here, right near the mechanism. And then the other 3 that are another little kind of triangle down here. And then after this, we get to decorate. Choose what little treat you're trying to make. And here's the card base. And of course, this one opens in this direction, but let's see here. So cute. Again, I like to place it and then kind of just eyeball it, and I don't push down until I think I'm good, but that's pretty good. And then it should still work. Yep. There we go. How cute. All right, let me think about which treats I want to use, and I'll grab some paper for that and everything, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to do donuts, of course. So it's this one here. And, you know, if you want to stamp it in brown or a light tan color or however you want to do, that'd be really cute. I'm going to go ahead and go in with black just because. And then I'll color these in with some alcohol ink markers, but we have this little guy. And then after I'm done with the markers, this is when I'll add the sprinkles, I think. So there's one. I'm giving them some room because I'm not sure exactly how big the die is around the donuts. We need 6 of them. And you can mix and match your pastries and your treats. That'd be really sweet. Okay. So you have those guys. I'm going to grab my alcohol ink markers. Put that back there so I don't misplace it. And I will be right back. Okay, so I have a few different colors, so I'll quickly just color these in and have some fun with this. So I grabbed some pink, some yellow, some brown to look like chocolate, and then I need a lighter kind of color. I have this tan blend marker that I'm just going to go into the little outside area here, just to give it that little kind of baked look. I'm not being too careful about it. I'm going to try to keep the colors light, so if I go to do the sprinkles or something else on top, obviously you want that to show up. So I'm going to start with this pink light, and actually I can use the brush type side of this one. And this is thick stamping card. I've been asked recently as far as what kind of papers to use. You always want to use a nice stamping paper, Bristol Smooth, Nina. This is Crafter's Companion kind of stamping card is what they call it. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that medium pink and then go back to the lighter one. And you want to put enough color that it goes through your paper to saturate your paper, and that's how you know you have enough of the color, and maybe even more than that. And if you use just any old paper, you know, Recollections or just like Hobby Lobby, just regular paper, it's going to bleed because that's what happens with that kind of paper. But I'm going to go through and just color these in, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that took just a couple minutes because I was kind of quick about it. I'm going to use this darker brown. I don't know if it's dark enough yet, but we will test that. just so that I can get that on there. This little like swirly is so cute. So you have different ways to decorate this. Let me see how dark this is. So funny. I'm just looking right down this, and I'm just going to... Oh yeah. Look at that. So cute. Okay, I'm going to do both of those. And I'm going to do them pretty much the same there. And same thing with all these other ones with little sprinkles. I'll take this little sprinkle one, and we will do... Actually, I'm going to sprinkle all of them. So let's start with the pink. That's so cute. Okay, I kind of want to see what they look like. And just sprinkle those on there. Look at that. I'll do the same thing for this, and I'll do purple ones here and here, and I'll be right back. And now we're going to take our little circle die. This guy here. I'm going to put this back on here. And I'm just going to look through them. I mean, they're just a circle, so I'm just going to look through them and tape that down, trim it out, and same for all 6 of them. And I will be right back. I just quickly want to show, I cut the first one, and then I, eyeballed the second one. I thought, oh, I can just use a piece of this, so I just cut it off, and I'm using it as an aperture to help me cut them all without kind of eyeballing and figuring each one out. Okay, and then I'll just run those through together, and it'll cut her out perfectly. Okay. So yeah, I just trim it down just to make it easy, but look at that. And I'm trying to see, I want to mix them up, I think. So this is step 11 here. I'm trying to think how I want to put these guys. Just to kind of mix them up. I think that'll be a good positioning. If you want to give them a little bit of dimension, you probably could. But this is going to fold kind of flat. And then I'm going to finish the sentiment from the front inside. So I'm just going to put them down flat like that. And so I think what I'll do is place these on the outside first, just to make sure, I'm going to take that off, get a new stickiness here. So I'll place these 2, and then the one in the center, I'll center it between those. So hopefully that makes sense. When I actually stick them down. Okay, I'm just going to glue them all down, and I'll be back. Okay, so cute. My little box of donuts. Okay, so I'm going to put that down here. I think I'm going to do the I do not know how to thank you, because I think that's very cute. So I'm going to do the I do not know. I don't know where I was, but I'm changing my mind on my sentiment. So I'll just slice this in here, which is a weird thing to do, but I want to use this other sentiment here to do donut worry. That's so cute with the donuts. So donut or do not worry. I'm gonna cut that out on the sugared lilac, and then I like the way it says here, don't worry, be happy. So I'm gonna do the be happy, but I'll stamp that. So I'm gonna cut this out. I'm gonna stamp the be happy on a piece of paper, and then I'll show you what that looks like. I'll be right back. Don't worry, I have my be happy. I'm gonna cut it out with this little banner because I like that. So I'll just eyeball that one. Again, if you want to make an aperture like we did earlier for the donuts, you can definitely do that. And just really look through that and make sure it's where you want it to be. And I think I'm also going to cut this little ribbon or tie or however. Super cute to cut it in something that looks like baker's twine. I think that would be adorable. I'm going to cut it from something from the sorbet paper, and I'll be right back. I have my little pieces here. And so I was just playing around with this. The be happy is going to go on the inside. So this is a little bit longer. If you want to leave it that way, that's fine. But when you go to open this, this is going to get in the way. So what I'm going to do is trim this down. But I want to see where I want to put this. Oh, that'll be cute. Okay, how about down here and then this piece up here? And I'm just going to trim that off. Right there. All right. And we could do a drop shadow with our words, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Even with our little bow. Drop shadows everywhere. And I'm just going to put the glue on the straight part. If the bow wants to move, it can move. And I'm going to stick this down, so I'm just going to get some glue on the back of this. Very fine little guy. I know the Y is going to hang off, so I'm not going to worry about that one too much. Oh, so cute. Okay, I'm gonna hold this down to its set up. I'll be right back. And as far as dimensional is concerned, if you have a very thin one, some, different companies sell it different ways, sometimes thicker or thinner. Most of what I have right now is thick, so I'm gonna use this, although I'm gonna have to be careful with it because I don't want to squish it down completely. So I'll carefully add this. Pay attention to this. So cute. I'm just putting it straight across. I mean, you can make it fun if you want to have it at an angle or something. But see, it's a little bit up above that. I'm not going to squish it down too much. But there we have, we'll be happy. I'll do a little something here. Maybe another bow. But we already have a bow right there. I'll think of something to help me cover up that little boo-boo. But there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that helps you put it together. And go ahead and try it out, All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Diane Press, for saying this kit for my review. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.